coffee. Got my coffee again. Okay, it is the Saturday morning open live stream. Let me get a fill up here on the coffee. See how's everybody doing this morning. Get a little sugar. NFT's in the house. Good morning, brother. Ooh. A little warm up. What's everybody got going on this morning? Joe, good morning. Time for the Saturday open Rise and Shine. Rousey, good morning. Mud Grips. Rodney, good morning. All right. Zach is not going to be here today. He had some sort of fundraiser event or something that he's going to. So he will not be making it. It's just us. Bob's running a sour mash this morning. Cool. I will be mashing in some Bloody Butcher, I think. I'm either going to do the Bloody Butcher or the Hybrid Blue. Morning, Rimfire. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with that white corn, that all grain white corn, and kind of makes me want to do a straight 100% corn liquor of all the heirlooms, or all the heirlooms that we carry anyway, and get a taste for what they all taste like by themselves with nothing else. Is fundraiser the new word for slacking? No, I mean, I'm not sure what the event is. It has something to do with his college alma mater thing or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I want to make some mashes with just the heirloom corn so I can get a flavor distinction between each of them, and then I want to start building recipes from there. I've got some ideas for some good recipes with those, but first I'm just going to do 100% corn liquor on each one to get flavor profiles. And I thought I would make a video of each one, but that might get boring because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got five different heirlooms, and or six different heirlooms. And it would just get redundant because each recipe is going to be the same. It's going to be 100% corn. I'm going to use liquid enzymes to convert, and so each video would be basically the same, just a different corn. So what I think I'm going to do is just record portions of each one and then make a video comparing all the heirloom corns together in like a tasting. I figured that might be a more interesting video on those heirloom corns. Ken, good to see you in the live. Flatland, good morning. Richard, good morning. So for those of you who have done some heirloom corn stuff, what's your favorite? Let me know. What do you guys think is the best heirloom that you've tried, if you've tried any? We've also got some triticale in now, so I'm pretty excited about playing around with some whiskey recipes with heirloom corns and triticale. See how those turn out. That would be interesting. Still waiting on the blue to arrive. Cool. Should be, well, it's on its way. We probably packed that up 2 days ago, so you should be getting it any day. 2, 3, I don't remember. It's been a minute. Poison's in the house. Good morning. Woke up to another beautiful day here in the lovely state of Arkansas. Mud Grips dropping the custom MFB emoji. Richard says so far it's Blue Courage, but it's a tight second between Wapsie and Amanda Palmer. Nice. Been doing a lot of experimentation there, Richard. Good morning, Conway. My wife stole my Just Brew It shirt, ordered another for myself. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you're liking the shirt. The Ohio Blue is probably my favorite from Flatland. I would like to get the wholesaler I get my grain from. They don't have the Ohio Blue. They have the hybrid blue, but I would like to get my hands on some Ohio Blue just so I could compare the two blue corns and see how much difference there is. That triticale is interesting. Tasted some malted and toasted. Has a grape nuts feel. Oh, well, that's a good sign. I like grape nuts. After talking to the company I was getting my keg still from, I decided to get a better one that I will be able to add different upgrades to. Yeah, that's it's not a. When you say a better one, in what way was the one that you chose? In what way was it better? Did it have like a larger opening on the top, allowing for more customization? I am still looking for someplace I can get used kegs on the cheap. I'm in Ohio. Maybe I can help find a local distributor. Man, that'd be great. Yeah, if you could help us out with that, I would be interested. I think that the hybrid is similar to the Ohio. I wonder what they cross it with to make the hybrid blue. I don't know. Get mine from Phil Billy. Yeah, I could just order some from Phil Billy. That's true. We've been planning our promotion for the Mile High giveaway, so we got a lot of cool stuff we're going to be doing for that. Pretty excited. Going to be recording a few different promotion video clips to put like on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and intermission videos. Also going to be trying to think of a few different like bonus ways that someone could earn entries. Haven't thought of that yet. Conway's asking, anyone ever use a hollowed out piece of apple wood as a thumper? I have not. Yes, a large opening instead of just the 2-inch fitting that I can easily upgrade to 3/4 flute. Reflux, they added a fitting for the heating element. Yeah, those are well worth the upgrades. Those are good upgrades. I mean, I ran our keg still, with just the 2-inch port, just a standard used keg with the spike removed, and that was it. And it is kind of a pain in the butt. So paying for the upgraded opening and the ports in the bottom for like, drain and element, that's a good idea. Razzie ordered a Mile High after watching your videos on them. Very pleased with the steel. They do a great job. They do a great job. Those are very versatile stills. As you probably know, we use ours here all the time, and I've always been very pleased with it. Been using it for a few years. Been dealing with Mile High for a few years. They're a great company, good customer service, all the things you want and expect from a good steel company. Mud grips, Flatland, that's my membership chats only. What did I miss? I don't know what that means. That's for membership chats only. Oh shit, that's right. This is an open live. I forgot. Dadgummit. Okay, so I need to stop talking about that. Thanks, Bud Grips. I forgot this is an open live. So for those of you that are in here, we go live like this every morning, Monday through Saturday. But on Saturday, it's open. Monday through Friday, it's private, just for channel members only. So yeah, and I almost forgot myself. I'll be sure to share them with you all once I get them done. Hell yeah. Morning, Terry. Jason's in the house. Good morning. So yeah, too late, hon. The secret's out now. Yeah, and I'm trying to remember of everything I just said just then. So I don't know how much of it I gave away. Leave it to me. I mean, it's next week, so maybe it's not that big a deal. Morning, Garth. I send you an email all the time, but never get a reply. Hold on one second. Let me write your name down and I can search for it. It does happen. I get a lot of emails all the time. And for some reason, they don't always end up in my email box. And I think it has something to do with the how it's connected to my website. So I'll scroll back. And is the email, if I search Garth Nordgulin in my email, is that the name it's under? Nordgulin. Went to bring the wife and kids fishing, broke down, had 1.5 hour back, idling back. Oh, that's no fun. LOL, all of it? I spilled all of the beans, is that what you're saying? I'm definitely needing a MASH class. I'm just not getting it right. Tony, there is, we have this group on MeWe. I don't know if you're in there or not, Moonshine for Beginners. MeWe is considering doing live streaming, which I hope they do. And if they do, I think I'm going to use that platform to do like online MASH workshops, things like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Morning, y'all. Good morning, Richard. We've also been tossing around the idea of doing MASH workshops here at the Home Brew Center. Of course, that's an in-person local event. I don't know how close you are to Fort Smith, Arkansas. Flatland must not have been paying attention. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, obviously. Tony, so what problems are you running into with your MASH? What's happening that you think you're doing wrong? Tony, you came to the right place. Yes, you did. You'll get all kinds of help here and in Moonshine for Beginners. Oh, I need to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go. Oh, sorry. I think I disconnected the live there for a second. Is everyone still here? Did I screw it up? Yeah, I think Joe Park should come on one of our lives for sure. 13-hour drive from West Virginia. That's further than I would drive. Okay, good. I didn't screw it up. And Joe thinks you need to jump in the lake, Jason. Check email for Garth. He's in festival country. Yeah, not sure how we would do the MASH workshops. They would probably be like an all-day Saturday event. Come in. I don't know if I was trying to figure out a way where we could all do a MASH together, but then I would have to have lots of pots, lots of burners, all of that. So it would probably end up being like a demonstration where I completely make a mash. We talk about it as I go. I answer questions and, describe the process, that kind of thing. What do you guys think about that? Ray, you definitely need to come to the festival for sure. So, for those of you that aren't aware, that if you're in the live and you're not aware, we are having a Moonshine Festival October 4th called Shine On Festival. Music, fun, and moonshine. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone here in the Appalachian area should get together and caravan to Cyrus's place. Hey, man, I'm here for it. Come on. I steep mine, so I just need a place to boil water to dump in. Yeah, that's the thing. Pots and burners. Yeah, that'd be wild if just a big caravan of vehicles showed up here at the shop one day. People started piling out. That'd be awesome. That's cool, but at some point make a video of finished fermentation and how you pull off your grain. Have I not ever made a video like that? That should definitely be in videos. Yeah, so I do it a couple of different ways, and it depends on the mash that I'm doing. I either use a on the grain fermenter with a valve and a bazooka filter in the bottom, or I siphon off of the top with a pump. Yeah, the shop would get warm with all those burners for sure. Or we could do it out on the dock. You know, we got this massive dock here right outside the front door. Saw a video of yours that used valve to drain the bucket. Okay. I mean, it really doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as you're separating the grain from the liquid. I mean, some people will use like a strainer and they'll dip out, they'll have some sort of scoop where they're dipping out the ferment liquid grains and all, and then running it through some sort of sieve or strainer. And it's just a bucket, a scoop at a time, which I've done that too. And, pardon me, if you do it that way, you do get more of the liquid out. But for me, I just decided juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So I just siphon all the top off of the top until I get down to my grain bed, and then I'm done. And I know there's still liquid down there in that grain bed that I could get, but it's just not worth the time it takes to get it for me. Love my bucket sieve and bottling bucket system. Yeah, I need to make a bottling bucket for the wine and the mead and the beer. Packing up the family and bringing them to the fishing pier. Might go to the beach too. And that sounds like a day right there. 5-gallon bucket strainer from your local paint store or pantyhose. Yeah, the paint strainers, they work pretty good. I used one of those. Ren is in the house. Good morning, girl. Assuming that's the Ren, I think it is. Can I reuse the grains after straining the finished mash? Yeah, you can reuse the grains. You can make a sour mash by adding your back set to it, or you don't even have to add your back set to it. You can just add more water, sugar, grain, however whether you're doing an all grain or just a sugar mash, you can reuse the grains. I can use my wine fermentation bags, yeah. So that is the Ren I'm thinking. Good to see you in here, girl. Blended and proofed Thursday run last night. Did a comparison between one and done and 1.5 run. Flavor better on the one and done. I'm with you, Jason. That's kind of how I feel about it too. I got a siphon with a filter on it, catch any yeast or grains that siphon out. Good plan. Should I preheat a mash to put in a thumper? I would. Anything that you put in the thumper, if you preheat it, it just helps the system get up to temperature quicker. You don't have to, but it does help. And if you're, some people put feints in there, so you got to be careful heating up the feints, especially if it's a high ABV. But other than that, a mash or fruit or any kinds of, syrups and things like that, preheating it before it goes into the thumper is a good plan. The yield's lower on a one and done. Yep. Yeah, because your ABV is lower. I don't know how much I'm going to actually get done today because I've just got a ton of cleanup to do in here. This place is a mess again. It always gets this way. That's all right. Got a 30-pack of beer to put up on the top shelf so I forget it. 1.5 had 2 gallons, one and done, and not quite a gallon. Yeah, Jason, I'm with you. Not always, but I typically prefer the one and done runs. Made a banana mash with 11 pounds banana, 8 pounds cane sugar, and the yeast didn't start. Had to use Turbo 48 to get it started. What kind of yeast were you using? And did you do a starter first? Are you sure that the yeast was good? Would be my first question if we were actually trying to troubleshoot why that happened. The fish tank heater in the fermenter helps with getting to temperature starting at a higher temperature. Yeah. 1.5 is a little sharper on the palate. It can be, yeah. We got 44 people here in the chat this morning. I'm glad you guys are here. If you have any questions, just drop them in here in the chat. I'm gonna be on here a little while longer. Wrap fermenter with a sleeping bag. Yep. You guys are talking about temperatures. I might have missed a comment somewhere about a fermenter that's too low. Yeah, I know sometimes I miss comments. Let's see. Smash that like button, folks, Richard says. Saving the leftover each time on run makes the flavor better on the next run, in my opinion. Yeah, you do start to get increased flavor profile on subsequent generations. Started with a fresh pack of bread yeast, then added some daddy. Almost thought I grabbed artificial sugar. I've tried the fish tank heater. Am I to remove it after the yeast starts working, or leave it in during the whole process? Well, Mudgrips, it depends. If you're having, if your ambient temperature is too cool, then you've got to leave it in to help keep the temperature up. Is a teaspoon of steel spirits alpha amylase enough for a 5-gallon mash, 5 pounds flaked corn, 5 pounds sugar? I don't know, Garth. I haven't used that product. It should say on the packaging what your dosage should be. Gordon, throw some sort of nutrients in there, maybe some yeast hulls or a yeast nutrient. Yep, that could help. Got second generation toasted corn bourbon sour mash working off now. Still yeast from original batch. Yeah, that's another benefit of reusing grains. The yeast is already in the grain. If you don't overheat, then the yeast stays good and will kick off the next batch. Beware the heaters if they are in the grain cap or bed. They might score. Yeah, that's very true. Good point, Gordon. You got to make sure your submersible aquarium heater is kind of suspended in an area that's not in the grains, because they will scorch the grains. I've had it happen. Rick's in the house. Good morning. If I use the whole pack, will it matter then? I don't think it would matter. It would just, you might be wasting some of it. You might be using more than you need to use, but it's not gonna hurt the fermentation to use too much alpha. Winsong's got a new recipe, sounds like. She's gonna share with Renee. Rice whiskey. Jason's going to be trying a rice whiskey. Nice. That's one I haven't done yet. Better over than under. Yeah, that's true. On your alpha, it's not going to hurt anything. Same with your yeast. Well, folks, I think I'm going to be getting to work. So I will see you guys Monday morning. I'll be back on here live. So that'll be members only for those of you that are in here. If you're not a channel member, We'll see you next Saturday. If you want to be a channel member, there's a join button down by the description next to the subscribe button. $1.99 a month. All right. Have a good day, everyone. See y'all on the next one.